All right, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited to be here.
This is great, actually. How's your day been so far?
It's been good. It's kind of crappy out, but
It's
it's
like
all right.
it's like a gloomy 40 degrees, but it's like constantly just shitty outside.
Yeah, it's awful. I hate it.
It's
But
not very good. Well, it's good to have you here. I thank you for taking some time out of your day to be here. Who are you?
well, my name is Megan. I am born and raised in Rhode Island, Newport to be specific. I have been at Castleton for 4 years. I'm a math ed major, wanting to go into the high school math field. So I've been doing my student teaching this semester. It's been awesome. And yeah, that's basically me summed up a little bit.
Okay. So you said your major was education?
Yeah, education, math education.
Okay.
Castleton kind of does a weird thing where you have to, if you're secondary, you have to major in the subject area that you want to teach, and then you'll get your licensure with that.
Okay. So what made you want to be an education major?
My Algebra 2 teacher in high school, she, I would always be with her and I would always talk to her, and I realized, I love helping people.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I actually wanted to be, a doctor or something, because I do love helping people. But after being in that class and seeing, how well I excel in math and how much I actually love math, it got to where I was, helping one friend, and then I was, friends were coming up asking me, questions about math, and I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of love this, it's kind of what I want to do. And then from there on, I just knew, that's exactly where I wanted to go. And high school, because, one, I love the math in high school. I think it's rigorous enough to where I will enjoy it.
Yeah.
In elementary school, you're teaching 2 plus 2.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Okay.
And it's so, you know it by heart, but your kids don't know it.
Yeah.
And so you have to kind of bring it down to earth when you're an elementary school teacher, and I don't have the patience for that.
That's fair.
So we all know I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah.
That's just terrible. I love kids, but not
that much?
No.
No, that's fair.
Not to teach them.
That's fair.
But high school, and the kids, they're growing into themselves, and it's cool to do the back and forth with them, especially when you're a young teacher. You have the knowledge that they have sometimes, because I'm a Gen Z. Some of them are Gen Z right now, and so we kind of go back and forth, and it's fun.
Well, that's good. I find it kind of interesting how you say that you found math enjoyable, when most of the time it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Where people don't necessarily like math that much, and they fall more into the English or the science or something like that. Math is normally the last thing you'd hear somebody be like, "Oh, I love it."
Yep.
So I find it very interesting how that's sort of how it goes.
Yeah, and so many of my students say that. They're like, I'm not good at math, I hate math, blah, blah, blah. But you have that one student that just excels in it, and they'll say they don't like math, but they really do. I hate reading, so English was just out of the picture for me. I can't even remember the last time I read a full book, not gonna lie.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think... I can't quite remember the last time I actually read a book. Sat down and read a full book. Okay, fair enough. So, wow, I kind of have these out of order now that I'm looking at them. So, we're sitting in Hoff Hall at Vermont State University Castleton campus right now. You've been here quite longer than I have.
Yes.
About almost 4 years. You graduate here in a couple months.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Castleton?
Well, I grew up in a city, suburban city. It's not like New York City where it's going. But Newport has a lot of tourists, so we are fancy for our beaches and seafood and blah, 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 because we're right on the shore. And I wanted to go somewhere far enough away to where I could just drive, but also far enough away to where I didn't want to come home every weekend. And I also wanted somewhere that was really small, the college was really small, and not a lot around it. And so there was this website, like when I was doing my college research, I started like sophomore year doing this, kind of junior-ish. And I think it was called Big Future something. And you put in like all of the categories, and they have like rural, under 2,000, small, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So you can put in what you wanted for a college, and it just spit it out. And Castleton was one of them out of many others. And so it was during, I think we came up like almost at the end of COVID, like when everybody started to go out. My parents and I took a vacation, and we just did a driving tour of all the colleges that I wanted to go to, because they were all like around the same area. One was Franklin Pierce, which is in New Hampshire. I think we went to Maine for one of them. I can't remember what it was. And then Keene.
Keene State or just Keene?
Keene State.
Nice campus.
And yeah, Keene State, it was very overwhelming when we got on there. I have a past history with that too. And so I was like, this is not the college for me. But right when I stepped on Castleton, I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. Like, I love the layout. I love how small it is, but it doesn't seem like it's just a high school, so. And I loved the area around it. I love that it's, you have a gas station, you have a mart, you have a deli, and you have a diner. Like, and that is just so cute and perfect. Like, sounds like a horror movie, but I mean, and I just fell in love with the campus. And I knew, and my parents knew, like, my mom knows me better than I know myself. And when we stepped on campus, I couldn't say anything negative about it.
Yeah.
And my mom instantly knew that this is where I was going to go.
That's really nice to hear. When I was choosing colleges, I looked at St. Lawrence, which is in upstate New York. I looked at, Assumption and stuff like that. But there was something about here that was like, it was good enough.
Yeah.
Not good enough, it was perfect.
Yep.
Because, you're going from high school and like, you don't want to go somewhere too big to where you're going to feel like you're drowning, but you don't want to go too small to feel like you're sticking out like a sore thumb.
Right.
I felt like Castleton was kind of like that perfect in between of like, okay, I'm far enough away from home where there's no one breathing down my neck, but I'm close enough that if something goes wrong, I can get home.
Yeah, and another reason too is in big colleges, professors don't really know who you are sometimes because you're in such big lectures. And I could say that I'm friends with a couple professors now that I've had, and that's what I love too.
That's good.
Yeah.
That was another thing that stuck out to me. The student to professor ratio, like we're not sitting in lecture halls that are 60 to 80 people. You might have, your biggest class might be 30 people.
Right.
And that's really only like your anatomy and physiology courses, some of your psych courses, stuff like that.
Some of the like 101s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe connections, but that's like your freshman year.
But even connections, I think I had like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a lot. And it really gives you that chance to really build a connection with your professor. So it's not like, oh, I need office hours, but I don't really want to go in there.
Exactly.
So that's important. So you've listed several great things about, your time here and what made you want to come here. What are some things that maybe you didn't expect, and maybe some things that you don't like about this place, if any at all?
Yeah. Oh, that's a really good question.
Thanks.
My freshman year started with a friend group, and I just didn't expect it to change how it did and how it changed so much. But I'm so grateful for what has happened and the journey that I went on with my friend group. I think that I finally found a friend group that I can, trust, to love to be around every single day, and 3, just, be open and honest in myself. And I would say, like, one thing I don't like about this school is kind of how cliquey it can get. It's kind of, it is small enough to get those high school cliques in there. And so sometimes it's like daunting to walk into somewhere and that you're not in that clique.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shoot, like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
You know, so, or is this person judging me? Is that group judging me? Like, things to that nature. And so that is one thing I don't like, is the clickiness. But you're going to get that everywhere.
Yeah,
I think.
For sure.
I think every college is going to have that. I think it depends, too.
Yeah.
It depends on who you are. It depends on how you put yourself out there. So, yeah, that's one thing that I don't really like.
That's fair.
And I hate the snow.
The snow?
Like, I love looking at the snow.
Yeah.
And I love when it's on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate driving in it. And I hate how cold it gets. And that's the problem.
I think I can handle how cold it is because I like it. I like it being cold.
Stronger than I am.
I think I don't like when it starts to melt and it gets like brown and slushy.
Well, mud season.
Yeah, mud. I can't stand the aftermath
yes.
of winter. I think that's what I don't necessarily like.
I agree with you. Yeah.
You mentioned a friend group.
Yeah.
The friend group you have now.
Mm-hmm.
I previously had Billy on the show, and Billy touched on the how you two became acquainted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You also have Nichols that we talked about with Billy as well. Explain to me, like, what did the formation of that friend group mean to you, and how much did it genuinely have an impact on your college experience?
Yeah. So Billy was my freshman year roomie.
Okay.
And I honestly, like, never thought we were gonna get to where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so thankful that we did. Nick came in the picture, I want to say last year. There was like a big thing that happened, and Billy and I were like a duo. Mm-hmm. But Billy and Nick, like, they were friends. And I didn't really know Nick at the time. Like, I knew who he was. Mm-hmm. He was really cool. Like, I did want to get to know him and everything. There was things that were, like, in the way at that time.
Yeah.
And at that time, Billy and Nick were neighbors in Ellis. So, I mean, sometimes I went over there.
Yeah.
And I don't really know, like, I can't pinpoint the exact time when Nick and I really, like, started to be friends. Mm-hmm. Because it was so smooth and easy and gradual, like, feels like we've been friends for years at that point. So, if I did not have this friend group now, I think I would be lost. Like, they have grounded me so much, and you're in it now, and, like, you guys have just put me in a mindset where, one, I should not take life too seriously. Two, I'm okay to be myself. Like, I don't need to hide it at all. Like, and three, just having those people to, you know, back you up, but also, like, shit on you. But also, like, don't actually shit on you because they're, like, it's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, so having that is so nice. And it's so nice to, like, I've opened my mind up to so many things. Mm-hmm. So many different perspectives. And I'm happy that, like, we can all challenge each other on perspectives and, you know, have those conversations too.
Yeah. And
with me and Billy, like, we've been up, down, like, roller coaster, sideways, backwards, everything you can imagine for a friend, like a best friend. But he is my brother, like, and that's what's gonna happen too. It's not going to be a straight path. Like, we're gonna get into arguments, but we're also gonna, like, laugh together hysterically for 20 million minutes, like, and that's what I love too. And him and I have just grown so much. It's not even funny. It's like, from day one to now, you would not even think that we were the same people.
No, well, I mean, you also have to think, like, you now and freshman year, those are two drastically different people.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
I mean, if freshman year Meghan met senior year Meghan, she would, I think, call me a liar. Like, I think she would be like, no, this is not, like, no way. You were doing this, and now you're doing this, like, and now you're, like, going to church every day. I didn't start going to church, back going to church until it was my sophomore year, and at my home church back in Newport, it's a Portuguese church, so we do these things called domingas, and
I didn't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. That was the last thing I thought you was.
Well, so I'm Portuguese.
What?
Mm-hmm. I'm a little bit of Portuguese.
Since when?
So my grandmother on my dad's side.
Granny Portuguese?
Yes.
I didn't know this.
I'm about 25%.
Damn.
Yeah. I know.
Crazy.
My
Can you cook though?
Yeah. Hell yeah, I can cook. Are you kidding?
Are you lying right now?
No, I'm so good. I'm so good at cooking. Like, we do family dinner sometimes when we're not broke.
Yeah.
And I made a steak dinner. Oh my God, I think that thing was the best.
I'm getting the nod of approval from the room, so I believe you. I do believe
it was so good.
Okay.
But Portuguese. So with me going back to church, I went to a Catholic grade school up until 4th grade, and then I went to public school, but I went to CCD and I got confirmed. But then after confirmation, I kind of stopped going because of my parents. They did not go, and so I went to my home church, and my Catholic godmother, I like to say, because she was my sponsor for confirmation. So she's watched me grow up. We have these things called domingas, and every week in that season, one family gets a crown, and it's like the Holy Spirit, and goes with Pentecost and all of that. And one person in that family every Sunday gets crowned. And I remember when I was younger, I was in one of her things, and somebody else got crowned, and I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, I want to do that. Like, I want to be crowned, get the Holy Spirit in me. And so she texted my mom, and then she called me and said, so I put in for a dominga, and I got it, and I want to crown you. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, are you kidding me right now? Like, what? Because she put it in specifically for me.
Yeah.
And at that time, I hadn't really gone to church. I was not with the Lord. I was not anything. And I said, you know what? I need to start going back. Like, if I'm going to get crowned, I'm not going to be a noob.
Yeah.
You know, like, and, oh yeah, it's that one person showing up for Easter and Christmas Mass, and then that's it, and she just comes to get, no.
That's fair. I respect it.
And so I finally went back, and I have been going almost every Sunday since, and I've been following everything, and my aunt is actually a nun. And my uncle is a priest. Now, they are friends who live in Minnesota, and my grandmother's from Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly. Minnesota. If you talk to my aunt, that's exactly how she says Minnesota.
Wait, so your aunt and your uncle are friends?
Yes, they have known each other for a long time.
So they're not married?
They're not married because he's a priest and she's a nun.
They can't be married to each other?
No, priests have to be celibate and nuns have to be celibate. Nuns can't get married either.
You can't.
So my aunt,
why'd you just whisper that as if the mic didn't pick it up? I guarantee you, anybody who listens to that just heard that.
Well,
but
yeah.
like, isn't maybe it's different with Catholics? Maybe.
What do you mean?
Well, isn't like the purpose supposed to be to like recreate? Like that's what God puts us on the planet for.
No.
Is to recreate.
Actually, for Catholics, God put us on here to profess His faith and like have us here to walk in His light and to spread his kindness and his joy in himself through us. And so a lot of times when I pray, I love to just ask, like, God, use me as a vessel. Use me as what you want and bring me to where you need. And that's kind of what it is. Like, yes, in the Bible it says, you know,
to be fruitful and multiply.
Exactly.
Yes.
But I think Christians look at the Bible more carefully, as in they look at specific
details.
Yeah.
Okay.
We look at it as, you know, this is the story of our faith. This is where we became. And a lot of people take the Bible out of context. Like, you can't just say, like, we're going to get dark probably right now, but you can't just say, like, gay people are bad. Like, you can't, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Because you have to look at the context of in which that phrase was said.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of people get mixed up, too.
Yeah, no, that's the, like, I like to say there's different types of Christians, right? There's like, die by the book. There's the people who genuinely read it and understand it. And the people who kind of just, like, interpret it that in a way that, like, fits their situation.
Yes.
And I feel like those are the type of Christians that give any religion a bad rep. It's just like when you're shoving it down somebody's throat and you're doing this or doing that. It's one of those things where, like conversations like this right now, we're two different denominations.
Right.
We believe in the same thing.
Yeah.
We just are on two different paths that are going the same way.
Right.
So that's, like, you just taught me something brand new that I didn't even know. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
But again, one thing about having friends in maybe not in a different point of life, but maybe just in a different level of understanding.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm a Baptist. I was raised in a Baptist church my entire life, in and out of it. Finally got a little steady when I got to college in my later semesters of college here. But again, like, you just taught me something I didn't know.
Right.
So now I have another understanding of something that I didn't even know existed beforehand.
Yeah, it's so awesome to, like, be able to bounce that off of different. And my best friend back home, she's a Muslim. And so I love asking her questions, and she asks me questions about it all the time. And right now they're in the season of Ramadan. Right now I'm in the season of Lent. And so her and I, like, we just go back and forth asking questions, and they're so curious, and we just love it. And we don't hate on each other's religion. We just, like, we love understanding, like, what they think and what they believe. And I know this all stemmed from, like, Billy and friend group and all of that.
Well, no, it's okay to go off track. It was a very nice conversation.
Yeah, but I think with Billy, he came to church with me a little bit because he didn't really know. Like, his grandmother was Catholic, but his parents, like, no.
Yeah.
And so him coming to church was really awesome, but then he was like, maybe I believe in God, but not, like, I don't know, like, the correct term, but he stopped going, but he still prays and he still does all of that. And
I think that a lot of people love the idea of a God, but I know personally from the ages of, like, I think it was when I was 12 to maybe 15, I hated the idea of church. The church can be, any church, any religion can be a very judgmental place.
Yes.
And I feel like...
and if you don't go every week, then you're a sinner.
Yeah.
Like...
And I feel like it really came down to me feeling like, oh, I don't know what these people know. I think I'm a very firm believer in comparison is a killer.
Yeah.
So, like, me comparing myself to other people's knowledge of the word and how they practice it and how I don't practice it and how I don't know the word, I'm like, dude, I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So I think that for a while was like, oh, okay. Like, well, what's the difference if I go or don't go? I don't know what's happening anyway.
Exactly.
And then, like, it was like, I did this thing for a while. When I had a problem, I would set my Bible on my desk and I'd just open it. And I'd read for a page or two, and I'd always find an answer to what my problem was. And I'm like, okay, maybe he does. Maybe he's talking to me. And then, you know, something bad would happen. I'd be like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know, so it's that, I like to call it a mortal consciousness of, like, if he's real, why is this happening?
Well, and so many people that are skeptics say that. And it's happening because we as the person are letting it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've been listening to, I have a podcast, and not like my personal podcast.
No, I know what you meant.
But
you can plug that real quick.
Hell no, I don't have a podcast, never will. I don't think I could be a host. That would be terrible. But it's called Bible in a Year. And so Father Mike Schmitz, who is on TikTok, I love him, and he reads the Bible. Right now we're in Genesis and Job, and we're in some of Proverbs. And he'll read a couple chapters from each, and then he will pray for a minute, and then he will just talk about it, and talk about, like, what does God want us to do when we read those passages? What is that showing us? Right now, the one was Joseph in Genesis, and how he reunited with his brother Benjamin, who he had never met, and he reunited with his father Israel, Jacob. And he cried while you know, seeing them again. And it wasn't a cry of sadness, it was a cry of joyfulness. So Father Mike's challenge was, what is your cry of joyfulness? Like, what makes you cry of joy? And I love that. And it's those little challenges that make you really think about the Bible. And so for the skeptics, they look at the Bible and they're like, well, how do I know this is real? Yeah. You don't know if it's real. You don't. That's why it's called believing. That's why it's called religion. And so for the skeptics, when they say, well, if God was real, then the world wouldn't be in a war right now. That's not true. The world is in a war because of us, because we are not being truthful to ourselves. We're not being truthful to the world. And skeptics will be skeptics, and I'm okay with that. If you're an atheist, you're an atheist. I don't care what religion you are. Just be respectful of other people. That's really what it comes down to, is that we are a dish with multiple different ingredients of religion that we all just are in the same area. Yes. And I have a Muslim friend as well. You know, we shoot it off with each other just to see what's going on. And it's interesting to see not only how different each religion is, but how vastly similar. Yes. And I mean, I think every religion stems off of religion, right? Yeah. So a new religion is created off of something another one did. Off of another one did, and somebody didn't agree with that. Yeah, so they just branched it off. Exactly. That's why there's so many things of Christian. Yeah. Right? That's why there's just Protestant, there's Baptist, there's Catholic, there's Lutheran, there's all of that, right? There's so much. Because one person didn't believe something, and so they were like, I'm making my own. Like, I don't believe that, so I'm leaving that out of my thing, blah, 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 blah. And same with Muslim. And so I talk to, her name's Malak, I love her so much. And we talk about Jesus. Yeah. Now, Jesus in Muslim religion was just a prophet. Like, he wasn't anything, really. Jesus in Christian, he died on the cross for us to save us. Like, so it's seeing that difference is really fun. Because it is like it's almost like a TV show where there's like crossover episodes. Yeah. At certain parts. And that to me is like, so it's not necessarily that you guys don't believe in him. Yes. It's just that he's not the main character in y'all's show. Well, and you can think of like Ramadan and Lent as that's the same thing. Kind of the same thing. Not the same thing, because of course there's different. Like they got to break a fast at a certain time when the sun goes down. Yes. Lent is they follow the lunar calendar, and we follow the. But I was thinking about that as you were talking earlier about how they're in the season of Ramadan, and that lines up with the season of Lent. It's actually funny that it did, because it doesn't normally. Not normally, but this year it did happen to fall within the same time. And I remember, I think it might have been yesterday or the day before, where I think it was Friday, so it would have been yesterday. Yeah. Where you were like, oh, I can't eat meat today because it was a Friday.
And then I had explained to you how in any church I'd ever been into, I'd never heard of Lent or practiced it or anything. So it was literally this year where it was brought to my attention that it was a thing.
Yeah.
So that was also a very nice conversation that opened my eyes a little bit. And then I think I said to you, I'm like, well, I feel like we should be doing stuff like that 365 days instead of just 40. And you're like, well, and then you broke it down for me. And that was really nice because I realized like why you were doing what you were doing. Yeah. And I actually went and did some research after the fact to kind of open my mind to it a little more. Yeah. And now I understand. Yeah. And it's very interesting. I know Olivia is also currently doing Lent.
Oh, nice. What do you know? What she's giving up? What she gave up?
Oh, what was it? I think it might have been Duncan.
Oh my gosh, that's hard.
Real hard. I think it might have been fast food in general, actually.
Ooh. How has she been doing?
Oh, she's fiending. She is fiending for
gosh.
a double. She every time she goes to work and she's like, I want a coffee so bad. Yeah. I'm like, you're okay.
Make your own. Make your own.
You gotta make it at home. But she's doing good though, and honestly, I'm very impressed with her because she's very consistent with it.
That's the hardest part.
It's
being
hard.
Consistent. Like I failed day 2, but I didn't purposely fail. I totally forgot. Like it just left my mind.
Yeah.
I had gotten 5 hours of sleep that night, and I had to go teach the next day, and so I went to Dunkin' and I got a coffee, and I started drinking the coffee, and 12 p.m. comes around, and I'm sitting at my desk, and then I look at my coffee, and I said, like, the audible gasp I actually had, and I'm glad the kids were not in the room at that time, but I was like, oh my God, and then I texted Billy immediately, and I was like, I'm the worst Catholic in the world, I just failed, I just blah, 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 but I've been doing...
Is there like a restart button?
I wish, right? No, you just get back on track.
That's fair.
And then you just, pray about it.
Yeah. My bad, bro.
Sorry, won't happen again, I promise. But, yeah.
Well, that was a very nice conversation. I'm gonna pivot here.
Yeah, let's pivot. Let's do it.
This is a question I ask everybody that I've had on this podcast so far. Okay. Which should be 3 people. I lost 2 recordings that I have to redo.
2?
Yeah. It's okay, though.
Oh, no.
There's a song of the day question. Either a song that sums up the day you've had, or maybe just one that you've had on repeat recently. Doesn't matter. But what's your song of the day?
Wow. That is a great question.
You are welcome to open up your Spotify.
I might need to, actually.
Whatever you need to do. It's oftentimes what I do because my music changes so frequently. I can go ahead and start if you'd like.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I think personally it would have to be, probably Broken Window Serenade by Whiskey Myers.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a really nice song. It's kind of sad, but it's been on the rotation.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be in the gym and I have a very wide range of music, and it'll like throw on Trio Revival or maybe like Whiskey Myers.
Yeah, cool.
Like in the middle of a set, I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I'm really sad lifting weights right now.
Dude, Lover, You Should Have Come Over turned on like mid bench press. I almost dropped it.
Oh,
just let it go.
Poor Billy would have had to carry you out of there.
The great thing about lifting with Billy in the morning is that, I know, I get it or I die. Yeah. Because, I'm lifting twice Billy's body weight on the bar.
Right.
And, he's just like, I'm not gonna lie, you just gonna have to
I can't help you, brother.
Or die. I'm like, word. It's Broken Window Serenade by Whiskey Myers.
I love that. All right, I have 2.
Okay.
The first one is called We Broke Up by Kelsey Ballerini.
Okay.
And I did not just go through a breakup, but it's just such a powerful song. Mm-hmm. It's about how we just broke up. She's not gonna write a song about it. She's not gonna go tell her friends about it. It just happened.
But ain't she write a song about it though?
Well, yes. But it's not a 7-minute song, and that's the lyric. She's like, I'm gonna write a 7-minute song about it, or whatever it is.
That's right.
And then my second one is Evolve by 5 Seconds of Summer, and it's from their new album. Mm-hmm. And the main story of that song is men need to evolve. Men need to grow.
Yeah.
And the bridge is, it says, girls at war are ready to learn earlier than boys. That's the last part of that bridge. And I just love it. I listen to it every single day because my DJ puts it on. I just let my DJ pick my music, even though he picks literally the same things every day.
Fair enough.
But I have such a wide music taste. Like, I have Don't Trust Me, like, tight dress or a black dress with the tights underneath. I got the that one.
That's why we do have you DJ in bar nights.
I'm DJing bar night tonight, March 14th, 6 p.m. Be there, B Square.
This is not going to be posted.
I know.
This is going to be edited and posted tomorrow, probably.
I know.
But, you know, that is okay. We respect the shout out. And,
it's okay.
And
DJ Meghan
like
on that track.
Oh God. All right, so we're going to... you know, I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
Like, I got a sweet tooth.
Oh.
I got this from Billy. This is the flavor of the week.
The flavor of the week. Oh God.
And I'm gonna go with an oldie but a goodie.
Okay.
It'll be Hillock's white chocolate raspberry ice cream. Hillock is the most creamy, smooth ice cream I've ever had in my life.
I wish y'all could see my face, cause what the hell?
The fuck you mean? What the hell?
What are you? White chocolate? That's
raspberry.
The worst chocolate ever.
That's just crazy to say.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, anyway.
But what did I just pick up today?
Chocolate.
What type?
Dove.
What type?
I don't know, milk or dark?
Dark.
Yeah, well, you're a freak.
What can I say?
Fine, Megan. What's your flavor of the week?
My flavor of the week that Hewden has had.
Oh, it's the extreme chocolate.
Extreme chocolate.
Jesus. It's just like diabetes in a cup.
It is. And you know what? Sorry. I have no regrets eating that ice cream.
That's fair.
It's so good.
All right, flavor of the week. This one's, I like this question.
Yeah.
Because you can only pick one thing.
Okay.
If you go back in time and tell freshman Meghan anything, what would it be?
Wow.
It could be like a little like you're sending freshman year Meghan a little text message.
Yeah.
What is it?
Trust the process. It'll work out. Just trust it.
Do you think freshman Meghan wasn't trusting the process too much?
I just think she was forcing it a lot.
That's fair.
Yeah, either that or you know, help yourself.
Yeah.
Help yourself. Trust the process and help yourself.
Do you think if you could go back in time, like, and be freshman year Meghan, do you think that if you could, like, have a crystal ball back then and you could see you now, do you think you'd be happy with the woman you've become over the last 4 years?
Oh, absolutely. I think 4 years ago, in high school, I was such a goody two-shoes. Like, I did nothing wrong. I didn't drink. I didn't do anything. I didn't party. I barely had any friends, really. Like, I had friends, but we never hung out. It was like high school friends.
Yeah.
And when I got to college, it's such a big shift, such a big change, that I think I just let it get the best of me.
Yeah.
And so I've just grown so much in the fact that I have so much more self-control, but I also have so much more self-awareness too. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I was drinking every weekend, drinking the Pink Whitney with the damn Sprite.
What the fuck?
That's what I would drink. I would
Whitney?
put Pink Whitney and Sprite.
Sicko. Absolute sicko.
Now, how bad do you think those hangovers were, huh?
Probably bad. Probably
bad.
real bad.
And I threw up every weekend. And I would keep drinking like it was a problem. It was a problem. And then at the end of freshman year, I got with my first ever boyfriend, who is thankfully my ex-boyfriend now.
Mm-hmm.
I will just plug this. He has one kid and
another
kid on the way. And thank God I ain't with that man anymore. But
that's fair.
And so I lost myself in that relationship.
Yeah.
And everybody saw it. Everybody that knew me just knew me, just knew of me.
Yeah.
Knew that I was not. And I made it out, and I feel like I'm super proud of where I am right now.
It's good. Well, the person that inspired me to start doing podcasts, his name's Chris Van Vliet. I think you know him.
Oh my gosh! I love him so much!
Yeah. So
talk to me.
So at the end of every interview, he asks simple question. Meghan, what are 3 things you're grateful for right now?
I'm grateful that my friends are so honest but loving to me. And my parents too. I'm so grateful for the support I have. I talk to my mom every single day. Mm-hmm. I call her. The second, I'm grateful that I have my church. Grateful that, I can go to it and just sit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grateful for the third one. This one, I gotta think about this one because there's so much. I'm grateful for the way that my parents raised me. I think if I was raised in a different way, I would be such a different person. Yes, I can be disrespectful, but kind of in a joking way, but I feel like I hold myself very well. Mm-hmm. And they really helped me with that. And to pursue what I want to is a big one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good 3 things. Meghan, for the 4 or 5 people that are going to listen to this, what's your final message for anybody listening?
Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't be afraid. It's okay to be afraid, but you don't have to be afraid because you have people to support you, to be around you, and to help you, and you don't have to be alone. And everybody's life is different, so don't compare yourself either. That's it.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 3 of Quantum Break. We will see you next time. Peace.